Welcome back to Magical Mondays, everybody. So first, we're going to start off with the channeled message portion, as always, before we get into your weekly reading forecast. Today, the unicorns were coming through. Now, they're popular on Magical Mondays. We've had them a couple times before, and we always love it. They brought through, first off, the activators. And if you're new here, activators are something that can help you activate. They help you activate a certain spiritual energy. So when they're brought through every week, these are things that you can do to help manage the energy that is around you. So this week, they brought through purple candles, was the first thing that they brought through, and they're going to serve as a guiding light to help bring in divine guidance. There was a whole lot of cleanup needing to happen, especially on the level of the mind this week. So I think that they're wanting to bring in more of that ascended master energy, that white light energy, that high vibrational frequency into your life. And you can do that this week by utilizing some purple candles. The second thing that they brought through was lilacs. Now, this is for people who don't have allergies. I do, so not for me. But for some of you, spending some time around lilacs, like lilac trees, would be very beneficial in terms of opening your mind, from what I'm understanding. Specifically, it was seeing things differently. That was really coming through with the energy of the lilac. So that might be something that resonates with you, that you feel like you need to seek out this week. And the next thing that they brought through was grounding foods. For some of you, you guys are going through grief. The heart is feeling really heavy, and it's making the energy field disconnect from source. So those of you who might be going through grief, it's almost too heavy. And so the body keeps popping off, disconnecting from source energy. And so it's staying disconnected. And when you're disconnected from source, you start losing a lot of sweetness. It can be really hard to attract good things in your life. And it just makes a situation that's already heavy a lot heavier. So it could be a good thing to do a meditation every day that helps you stay connected. Or if you're feeling disconnected, just imagining your brain connecting back into source. I do have a meditation for morning and night in Energy Mastery that does that for you. The next piece that was coming through is always a good thing, but sunlight. There's a sense of it having a burning and transmuting effect on the field this week, and that spending some time in that sunlight might really help declutter your field a little bit and just kind of move off what's not serving in a gentle and easy way that's easy to access. Another thing that was coming through in the activators was stars. So some of you might be called to put up little glow stars on your ceiling, or use a ceiling projector that mimics space. What that's doing is helping you to zoom out. Some of you are really contained in your energy and everything happening in your life, and it's caused your energy field to kind of pull in and lock up. But if you need help understanding what to do with the situation or how to move out, try this. This week, this is going to help you kind of decompress and expand your field back open for some breathing room. When your field is too contracted, things have trouble landing in the field. Good things like money or good opportunities. I also have a session in Energy Mastery that I'm going to link below that can do that as well. It has a 7-day free trial, but it's called Healing the Pain Body. It's in the health section. Your throat chakras this week might be really significant for some of you. There's this feeling that there's a lot you need to say, and you're not feeling like it's going to be well received by those who need to hear it. For some of you, I'm hearing this as like light language or something that you're sharing that has a lot of light attached to it. Like you might have healing that comes through your words. And so for you, you need to put that somewhere. When you have that, and you'll know because you'll just have this urge to write or speak or share something like a download. You might just have an urge to put it out there, or like you just need to record something because it's pouring out. And even if you don't decide what to do with it, you need to move it. For those of you that are singers, this is really powerful too. Those of you that are writers, you might experience this, and channels. But there's a sense of needing to put it somewhere, because when you don't, it actually disorients your energy. So yes, you can share it out there, of course, but if you're not ready to, just record that. Just let it flow out, put it out into a journal. There's divine coding that's seeking to come through some of you right now. And I'm hearing you don't need to understand it just yet. You just need to allow it to start moving, because it's creating the pipelines, and it might lead to something for you in the future. And that psychic information, it could be messages for other people too. You'll know because you're going to feel it at your throat chakra. Like there's a pressure, like there's just this anticipation, like a pressure, like an intensity, like you just feel like you need to offload something. It can often be felt like that physical pressure. So that would be it for some of you. And for others, well, actually, this is still about those of you that are psychic, etc., or channeling or moving things through. There's upgrades happening right now. A lot of light energy, especially for those who share content or speak a lot in your working life in a healing way, like social workers, psychologists, nurses, that kind of thing. Make sure to rest a lot when there's energetic upgrades like this going on. And if they're really getting you down, again, I have some stuff in Energy Mastery for that, the Ascension Stabilization Chamber. It's in the Psychic Tools. But you need to put that somewhere, because if you don't, especially for those of you that it's a verbal thing, it's going to get all caught up. And when energy gets caught up, it gets distorted. And that's when you end up with like throat issues or physical issues that can come from that. But that takes a long time to build. But especially you might be feeling tightness, or you might need to clear your throat a lot, or you just feel uncomfortable in that area. There may be something that needs to come out. And if you can't say it to the people in your life because you feel like it's not going to be received, that's okay. Write it in a journal. Whatever you have to do to get it out, I'm hearing. There's a need for that pipeline to be rebuilt for you or built for you. For some of you, it's rebuilt, and for some of you, it's built. So they're also suggesting to try a hobby in a new way this week. There's expansion wanting to come to a lot of you. And it's like the first sentence that comes to my mind with this is, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can. And it just needs you to adjust a little. For some of you, you might have held yourself back from a certain way of expressing yourself creatively. Like maybe it felt too complicated, or maybe you felt you weren't good enough at it, so why would you do it that way? There's a sense of needing to just anchor into something that feels fun and do it in a different way. Like let's say if you're a painter, maybe you decide to add like gloss over your paintings and you haven't done that before, or you decide to experiment with texture and you haven't done that before. If you're someone who draws, maybe you're getting new markers. It just has to be a new way, just a little bit of a different thing. Now, this is doing something under the surface that you might not understand, and it's opening new traffic in your brain. And so when that new traffic comes in, all of this light is going to flood inward, and that's just going to expand you in some way, I'm hearing. So it's just for funsies, and Spirit is doing something different that you might not realize, but that new is actually going to answer some problems in some other areas of your life that might be unexpected. So this is a week to play, right? This is a week to have fun and play. And so there's a lot of guidance that wants to come in for you guys right now, but the field is so cluttered that it has no way in. And creativity offloads the field. It takes information in the field and it offloads it. It processes it into color, that's what expression is. And so when you do this, and the bonus points for the new stuff activating on the mental level, well, these new things can find that space to come in. Right now, everything is a little cluttered and heavy. The energies lately have made it difficult for discernment to happen. And so everybody's all tied up. And so this could be really good if you're feeling tied up, to just do something creative and add something new in how you do it. And also, there is so much white light that was really coming in when I was channeling this. I always go into channeling before I do this, and then I relay it to you guys. That's just my preferred method. All I could see was white light. You might find a lot of healing is coming your way energetically. Your bodies are likely being infused with light energy, and that may be sent through me as well as I'm speaking to you. But you may find yourself needing some deep mental decluttering this week, and just allowing the rest time. When you allow that rest time, your brain starts to relax and open up. Same thing that we were talking about earlier with the contracting of the field. The brain needs to open up. And when it does, the channel opens up too. And that just allows the information to be received. Then the information kind of cooks around in the body, and it nestles, and it's like a little seed, and it develops and it grows. And when it blooms, that's when you know what you need to do. But if you're not taking that time to allow the messages to come in, like downtime, sitting down, laying down, staring at the wall, coloring, something low traffic, not a lot of energy, just easy. Even if it's listening to singing bowls or something like that, there just needs to be, you'll know because your brain will slow down and just kind of open, that's the right way for you to get this info. But I'm hearing there's a lot you haven't been able to receive, and there's a lot of questions you've been asking, and Spirit has not been able to deliver the answers yet. So it needs you to do that so it can get it in. The field was just maybe not able to receive that info because it was not a vibrational match to the solution. It was a vibrational match to the problem you were going through. You're trying to solve it through efforting, and when you're solving through efforting, the divine info can't come through because it's not a match to that. But when you just relax, even if you're not thinking about solving the problem, your energy in your field becomes non-resistant and it starts to become a vibrational match. And when you're in that downtime, you're receptive. And so that info can come through. It might not pop up right away. And that may be why you're not valuing that downtime, but you really need it if you're an intuitive or a channel. And when you do that, it's just going to kind of cook and bloom and then give you what you need to know over the next coming days. But rest is really, really a focus. You're being asked to stay open. You don't need to do anything to receive this, just some downtime. You might even receive it while walking or doing the dishes. Anywhere where your brain is just kind of relaxing into a task will work just fine. But there's a lot of info coming your way this week. So if you happen to get these like downloads, because some of you do, there's a sense of being like, oh, but if you don't write it down, it leaves, is the sense I'm getting for whoever this is for. There's a sense of like, oh, yeah, that, and then you just forget about it. Because spirit's information is not loud. You might want to carry a notebook with you or get into the habit of, I gotta stop right now. I gotta write this down. Believe me, it's annoying, but it will serve you. I do this myself and it really helped. Because especially when you've got so much going on in your life, you need to be like a lot of things to different people. It can be hard to just receive that message and hold on to it in your memory. And so, because spirit, that information doesn't come through the memory, if that makes sense. It's like a different layer and it feels different. Those of you who get it are going to get it because you've had it, right? And so for those of you that it's for, maybe get a like tiny little notepad or get really used to using your notes app in your phone and setting the boundary of, oh, I just need a minute. I can't talk right now. Just give me 1 second and I just need to write this down. And really getting used to doing that because your guides are delivering you things for other people and yourself, and they're fast from what I'm understanding. Many of you in this collective are looking at expanding your thresholds. Something new is coming into your life, and you're about to get a lot of info about it. You might already have it trickling in, and you might already know what it is, but there's more info coming. Your job is not to worry about how it's going to look or how it's going to work. Spirit is going to fill in the blanks. Your job is to just show up. It's kind of like they're your stage manager and you just walk in and you do your performance. That's kind of the energy. Don't worry about what it's going to look like. Don't worry about how it's going to handle. Just arrive and then let it be. So that's what I have for you guys this week. And we're going to get into the reading portion. Welcome to the reading portion of Magical Mondays. Let's see what this collective has in store for them. Okay. Now, we were joined by the unicorns this week, so I wanted to start off with working with them. So, whatever it is that's coming through, there was a lot of new coming through for you guys in the channeled messages. You're being asked not to put a lot of control over it. You're going to want to control, and Spirit is trying to tell you not to, and it might be difficult to not put expectations on whatever it is you're starting up right now, whatever it is you're creating. Just one baby step at a time. Don't try to paint the whole picture. Spirit wants room to co-create with you. And if you're like, I'm going to move closer because I noticed this mic doesn't pick me up as well, but if you're going to create something, you want to give yourself the time and let Spirit do it with you, because Spirit knows where you're going and you don't. And if you attach ego attachment to how it looks or how it runs, you might make a mess of Spirit's painting that it's trying to create with you. And you might be like, no, this is my painting. It is actually not. You guys are creating this together. And it's important to just take the little steps and not get too frustrated over what it looks like right now. You might find that family heritage and family history are like really big for you right now. You might also find that there's a desire to really want to lean into your culture and just connect with your ancestors on the other side. They might have a lot to tell you about what it is you're starting up right now. They're coming in very hot, like they're coming in very strong. And pardon me. They're coming in very strong right now. And that may be because they want to guide you. And sometimes when we don't make space to listen to them, we kind of just get their messages and it's fleeting and we're like, yeah, okay. Your ancestors are asking you to maybe create something like an ancestral altar, or like maybe just light a candle and call them in and just go blank and receive the messages from them. I like to talk to them with the deck like this. I might ask them a question, shuffle, receive the answer when I don't have like the attention span for like full mediumship that day. And that might be a good way for a lot of you that are beginners to just kind of connect with them. But they're wanting to connect with you right now. Let's see. I feel like for a lot of you, there's a sense of rebuilding. There's a sense of something that you might have created before something you might have done before, and it's kind of like you're trying it again, but in a new way. And for that, you're going to connect differently. There might be a really different outcome than what you had last time. There's a sense of strong love coming through here, and strong community and kindness, and Spirit's asking you to open yourself up and share your love outward, even if you're worried about being rejected, even if you're worried about not being the same as someone else. There's still relation and beauty and cooperation that will happen. And you're going to help people heal, especially with the part on the bottom of this. You'll help angry people to be less afraid. There's a sense of your softness is helping guide others and helping them come down. And you are a light that needs to be shared. So making yourself public might be really big right now. Like putting yourself on the line in some way, whether it's having a difficult conversation with someone or just putting yourself out there, even when you know that might not be well received. You're having a transmuting effect on a lot of people. And it's important that you share that. And it's unconscious for you. So if you are needing to be brave and be bold, even if you're afraid of being rejected this week, that's coming in really strong for some of you. Now, some of you might not like the energies available in your life right now. You might be like, what in the fresh hell is going on? And Spirit is trying to say, this is going to sound counterintuitive, but it's a vibrational thing. You want to sit and thank everything that does feel good right now. Because when you do, you're going to allow so much more of that to come to you. And it's like you're calling in what you do want, and you're not paying attention to what you don't want. And you're really imagining where something can go. And instead of controlling it, you're imagining it, and pieces of the puzzle are going to start filling in. Where if you just live your life and you create it, and you just kind of are like, oh, this isn't going how I want, or whatever it is, it's not going to be as flowing for you. They're wanting you to daydream right now. So I'm going to grab a second deck because I feel like there are more messages that want to come through. Let's see. And if anybody's ever curious about the decks I'm using, just ask. I have a lot. And this is why. Because I like to have a variety when I do this kind of stuff. So if anybody is like, oh my god, what is that? Just let me know. I'll put it in the caption for you. Okay. What else is coming through for this collective this week? What do they need to know, Spirit? Oh, geez. Okay. We're going to be here a few minutes, I think. Okay. Let's start off over here. When they do piles like this for me, it's usually different messages. And since it's this collective, always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This might be specific to some of you. Your routine needs a glow up. Like, it really does. When I look at the energy of this, it's like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Every day is the same, and every day is gray. Like, you need joy. You might need to change up your routines a little. You need new energy. And it might seem counterintuitive, the changes that you have to make right now, or you're being guided to make. You might be like, well, how does that even fit in? Some of this is divinely inspired action, where your spirit guides are going to tell you something. It's just going to open up things for you. And they're like, why don't you trust us more? Why don't you just let us suggest things to you sometimes? It's kind of coming in like that, where you need new. And that was in the channeled messages too. You need new. And this is how you get that new, by just doing something differently. So change up your routine in a little bit of a way. Maybe you start taking a walk at night. Maybe you think about what would feel good to me is really coming through, because you need out of survival mode. You really do. And you see how there's like nature in this? It really is giving like a walk to me. You need things that feel good. And that might involve changing the time you do things. It might involve changing how you do them. And that's going to let in that new energy. If you don't feel good while you're doing something, it's not a vibrational match for you. And I'll use this example. I know some people that are psychics, and they were talking about their accounting, and they were talking about how they freaking hated it. And then they walked in on their like business co-partner that they work with, and they were doing their accounting with like a candle on and like beautiful music. And she was like, what the heck? I've been doing this wrong. Yeah. You're doing it wrong somewhere. You're doing it because you think you have to do it that way. And Spirit's like, no, it's not a match for your energy. And when you do change it, you're going to break out of survival mode a little bit. It's going to be easier. So that's why they want you to do that. And you'll find out more as you go along with whatever this is for whoever that was for. I feel like this is for all of you, and this is not just for some of you. There's luck this week. You need to like do things differently, and that keeps coming through. It might be that you get guided to like go to a certain store, Or you might be like, I just feel like I need to go to the park tonight. I need to call this person. Like, listen to those, because there's a lot of luck coming through. There's a lot of good fortune coming through that you just need your vibration to pick up a little bit. Just a pinch, just a little bit, right? And that will just get you moving in the right direction if things have felt sticky. And maybe the purple candles. You've been feeling like life is doing this to you. You need to do this to life. When you meet resistance in one direction, your guides are too funny. They're saying it would be foolish to continue in the same direction, right? And they're blinking at me and they're like, right? And so they want you to change how you go about something, because if you do, the answers will be different. It's like, if you were to look at what options do I have? Let's use me as an example. I work for a psychic hotline, right? Depending on when I go on during that day, I might have a totally different experience. So when I first started, I used to always ask my spirit guides, well, what time of day do I go on? And they would just give me, well, today it's 7. And then other days they'd be like, today it's 1. And what that would do is connect me to really specific people and kind of get me out of the rat race of like waiting for something, which then made me feel like I wasn't getting what I wanted out of it. But when I opened up the idea of doing it differently, they gave me a way to do it differently. And it actually was much more fun to do it that way. I had less energy pile up, like I was feeling less burnt out when I was doing it that way. Like, you need variety sometimes, and I feel like the biggest message coming in through here is you just need to change a couple of things because the energy is stuck. And if you just move slightly, you just consider some different options, it will change. Okay, now we got the big stack. I'm laughing because this is just very big for my collective usually. Your spaces. Your spaces are not giving beautiful. They're not giving easy. They're not giving flowing. Like, you need some cosmic upgrades to your spaces. For some of you, this might be moving a room around. For others of you, this might be like creating a little sacred space and just bringing new life to it. Like, for some reason, they're just like obsessed with all this new for you guys this week. And that's okay. I'm not complaining. They've never done this way before. There must be a lot of activating energies going on right now, but they're like, no, you gotta maybe move this around. Or for some of you, it's like white billowy curtains, like sheer curtains, and like curtain lights or something. Like, there's just a need for maybe more white, maybe more purple in your space, like divine things in your space. Gold is coming through, silver is coming through, but it has to feel beautiful. It's like when you do that, there are codes that come into your space that are just going to make your life easier. And right now, you're like, well, it looks fine the way that it is. It just needs a glow up. It needs something different. It needs different energy. Like, your space is needing codes for whatever you're doing next. And when I say codes, guys, for those of you that aren't familiar, like, codes are energetic coding. And what happens when you receive energetic coding is it changes your energy. So let's say if somebody is meant to start channeling angels, and they don't know that yet, and it's like coming online for them. Before they start, they might just get this feeling like, I need something feathery, like texture at my desk, or I need softness, or I need cleansing tools, like, or I need certain crystals, and they're just going to start nesting. And when you start nesting, that's when you know that something is coming. And that's when you know that there's something beautiful coming in. And a lot of people think they're just motivated to change. And yes, but also it could be because something very spiritual is coming in. And you know, these codes, they help you with everything. It's not just for people like me. Like, sometimes they help you with your friendships, they can help you with your relationships, they help you with careers. This is all unconscious for us, but it's a way that we fulfill our soul contracts. And you can ask for codes for something if you need a change, but for a lot of you, there's just a lot coming online from those changes that you're making. And they really want your space to reflect it. You need change up. There's just, the vibration is clunky in the space. It's clunky. It's not flowing. Like, it might be a good idea to look at something like feng shui, right? But I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, so my apologies if I am. But the study of how energy moves through a space, I think it might be feng shui. Don't quote me on that. I'm not completely English, so I'm gonna do my best. But there's a sense of needing to just, it needs to move like air. It needs to feel soft and liquid. So if you have too many energies in one space, a prime example is this. If you have too many energies in one space and it's not breathing, right, then you need to move it, separate it. And if you don't just like wake up your friends often, especially your spiritual tools. It's very Marie Kondo up in here. Marie Kondo, but it's very much like you need to wake them up. You need to just like dust them off once a week, wake them up and activate them. Oh, sorry, I just hit that. Goodness me. But there's a sense of it needs more breathing room. It needs more flow. It's like info is coming in and it needs a place to go and it needs to move. I don't know. It's very abstract. A big part of this is probably because you're not the only person involved. And by person, I mean ascended masters, divine beings, angels, you know, like spirit animals, ancestors, guides. This is not a you alone pursuit. You might be working with a lot of people's spirit guides right now, and you wouldn't know this. This happens on the unconscious level. For a lot of us readers, we have these meetings to discuss like what's coming through in a reading, what are the messages long before we do it in person. And so anyway, that might be happening, and your body might just need this specific frequency in your space to anchor yourself. So I would really look at things like orgone. I would look at things that, like crystal grids, specific crystals. I would look at things that just feel luxurious to you. And like, it needs to be breathable. Whatever it is, you need to go into the room and feel like it's open and light. If the room doesn't feel open and light, then it's not bringing in the right codes, and you might not have as much success at what you're trying to build. They're very related. Okay. And again, take the words out of my mouth. You're nesting right now. Whatever it is you're creating, you're like nesting. So you might need to spend a little bit of time kind of getting prepared, like cleaning off the surfaces, moving the things around in your space. Like there's just a sense of needing to be prepared. Now, some of this might be, like I said, cleaning, reorganizing, and some of this might be memberships, subscriptions, activations. Like it might be going for a massage once a week. Like there's some things you need to do. So I would really sit with your guides after this reading, if this resonates with you, and go, okay, I feel the change. I know it's coming. What do I need to bring it through? Because it might be that you might just need a couple of shifts. Like you might need to spend time with a certain friend once a week. You might need a walk every day. Like there's small things that are actually creating the space for the foundation of what you're bringing in. And the better the foundation is, the more successful that whatever you're trying to create will be. So just keep that in mind. And this isn't a thing you do alone. For some of you, there's just such a big focus on connecting into other people right now. Connecting into community somehow, whether that's ancestors, whether that's people here. I just see all the poppies and I think ancestors, right? And I see all the roots and I think family. And I also see all the birds and that makes me think spiritual, right? And I also see the city, which makes me think like people in your day-to-day life and how all of this community on every level of being comes together. So yeah, and then the sun, like the celestial, you know, with all the good stuff over there, right? The beings. And so anyway, this is kind of saying you need to be connected. If you were to grow roots, you know what? That's a really good meditation, and maybe I'll create it. It's like growing the foundation of something. You need to put your feet on the ground and let the roots build. Because when the roots build, the roots are reaching out to other people. The roots are like reaching out to other people through the chakras in their feet. It's like, I'm seeing this like really vividly, and the tree is helping, but it's like this need to let things build slowly and in a stable way. And you might not know how to do that, because if your being hasn't held stability, it might run into this. This is new for you, this stability. It's an upgrade. You don't know how to live within it yet. And you're coming out of something, for those of you that this is for, that's really, really hard, and you're angry. You're rightfully angry. Like something has happened to you here, probably, for those of you that this is for. And there's just this sense of it's been really difficult and you're very mad. And that's completely understandable, because there's no easy way to explain it. And for a lot of you, like for this particular message, something in your territory got threatened or maybe removed. Could have been lack mentality. It could have been a loss. It could have been grief. It could have been something has threatened your territory. And you're all up in arms about it. But Spirit is building you this. And this is going to be wildly successful, my friend. Whatever it is you're building now, you're already building the second stage before you lost the first one. They were already guiding you so you would have some kind of support when you had to come here. And that's something you need to know, because when you do this, you can take off. But if you would have just stayed here, you would have resisted it, if that makes sense. So you were kind of living in dualities at the same time, where some things were really, really difficult and other things were really good. And you were like, what the And Spirit is trying to tell you this new beginning for you, it's protected. Don't worry about it. You're being held, you're being contained, you're being protected. And you had to let go of this because whatever you were living in, could have been job, could have been relationship, could have been how you were doing things. The foundation, it couldn't hold you anymore. It couldn't hold you where you were going next. And so even though maybe a lot of people benefited from you being the way that you were, or in where you were, doing what you were, and it was a good fit for you, it's not the fit for you. You have to expand somewhere else. So a lot of you might have been feeling job shakeups, relationship shakeups, and health shakeups and all this, and you might be really called to look at where you need to expand. And it's not because anything is trying to hurt you. It's because it's trying to show you where you're boxed in and you can't expand. Spirit is asking you to learn to be more selfish. And selfish in the sense of, here's the sentence they're bringing through. When I have boundaries, when I can contain what I have built, everyone can benefit from it. When I don't, and I leak energy everywhere, I can't maintain the beauty that I have created. So something in here, something in the territory and how you had built, it wasn't able to hold and sustain your energy, and you outgrew it. And when you outgrew it, you got really angry because you're like, well, this is a good thing for me. I built it. It's beautiful. You're not being told to totally let go of the thing. You're being told to expand a little bit. You're being told to consider adding a new thing, so this is not the only thing that's carrying you. Now, this could be like friendships for some people. It could be revenue streams for people who are in business. It could be job changes, like getting a second job. Or it could be adding like a new hobby or something like that. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, guys. But just to give you some examples of how it can fit, you'll know if it's for you. You're growing right now. And that's why Spirit is talking about all the new and the channeled messages. You're literally already expanding into what this is. You're already aware of it, probably. You're already maybe even having a couple feet in it where you're like, okay, I know what it is. You have to just let the vision build and not direct it too much. Going back to what the unicorns brought through. Don't direct it too much. Let it be what it is. It's going to be something beautiful. Spirit is going to co-create it with you. And it's going to move you out of things like lack, energy leaks, all sorts of things. It's going to very much move you out of where you are. And this is just the next step of it. So Spirit's already building the foundation, and you just have to let it land. Don't try to control it. Don't question it too much. Your only job is to be brave and take the step that Spirit wants you to take. And it might not be easy for you because growth never is. It feels uncomfortable at first, but that's how you get to the good parts. And you have to let yourself be uncomfortable for that. So I'll leave you guys on that, and I will see you next Monday.